It's slow, it is, as far as I see it. Some people are like, oh wow, you're doing so much work. I'm like, it's going slow, but that's okay. This right here is the Scarlet Ribbon Banksia. These are Blushing Bride Protea. You got Pincushion Protea here, if you didn't already know. You got a White Mink Protea here, King Protea. Over here, Pink Ice Protea. Over here, you got a creature in his natural habitat by the name of Ian, not to mention Jack. Well, we've made progress. We continue to make progress. That's what we do here. Untho is in a state. Let's take a look. As you remember, there was a whole lot of pitting rust along the front. Ground that off. Put a coat here of a primer. You'll see there's some of these holes have kind of come through from where the rust was really bad. That'll take some Bondo before I get to put a proper coat of paint on it. But for now, it is as it is. I've sort of scored out this area that is dented so that it'll be ready to Bondo. Haven't quite got to the Bondo yet. Covered everything, all the little minor blemishes, the little bits of rust all the way through here, all along this gutter and all the way down here. I've removed the handle just to make things easier. Long story short, all of the rust on the vehicle has been removed, treated, and then we've got a primer over it. So making progress towards having a clean van once more, but still much work to be done. I've taken the top off. I have a few bits and pieces to fix here. I had to cut this bolt because it was rusted on. So cut the top off, but have the little thread piece right there. So yeah, taking the top off, it's over here. I've removed all the seals off of it. I'm gonna put fresh seals on it. Removed the air vent out of the top of it. It was bad, it was no good. Bleached them on both sides to clean off any mildew and any fungus. These guys are getting pretty close to actually getting a paint job. Might even get to do that today. In general, we're making progress. We're prepping the van to get ready to paint, prepping these pieces to get ready to paint, get ready to put the tent in. It's slow, it is, as far as I see it. Some people are like, oh wow, you're doing so much work. I'm like, it's going slow, but that's okay. I'm gonna sand this guy down, this front section, and see if I can get a coat of paint on it just to get a bit of satisfaction. Sometimes when you're working on these big projects, you're just working and working and working, and it never feels finished, or you don't feel like you're making much progress because you're not like accomplishing the task because it's so big. So you have to find the small wins. So it would be lovely to get a coat of paint on this. That would be a small win. So what I'm doing right now is I'm really just trying to get a bit of texture to the surface. If I'm gonna paint it, I want that paint to stay. The way that the paint stays is if it has a bit of texture to grab onto, as opposed to the sort of sleek finish of whatever was painted on here last. Prepped and ready. bit of a wipe down. So yeah, it's just about getting any oils and any dirt and any shit out of here so that my paint sticks.
People don't know what
See that?
Arvo is yet. You say Arvo.
Oh yeah, I know. I'll text it and people will be like, what are you talking about? It sucks because I always want to say it because I don't want to say afternoon.
Yeah.
But, you know, these are the pros and cons to living in the United States, man.
Yeah.
Another Arvo.
Need to get after it.
Yeah, hard.
Nice reno.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's where you get the best ice cream, ladies and gentlemen. Creamy lads.
Yeah.
Oh, boys.
Alright. Cool.
Sweet.
Catch you later.
See you, bro. So I think the idea is that that the air comes through this hole and then the paint comes out of these holes and mixes by going through these holes and coming out of these holes and into the air that's firing out. So it makes for like a really... Why is it bubbling like that? I said it. I meant it. I feel like an idiot. This is shit. I'm gonna move on to the other paint gun. We are working on the van, checking out the flowers. ¿Haces? Muy bien. These are the dried flowers over here. We have a few of them. What happened? The mirrors. There were these side mirrors that just appeared on the truck. I was like, what are these doing here? They're not only in the way, but they don't work. They're just not good. Hey Claire, do you know who did this? Claire says, Duncan did it. I go to Duncan, hey Duncan, how come you put these here? And by the way, this is on the left side and it says right on it, right here. And Duncan looks at me and goes, I didn't do that. It was Claire. She's lying to me, to my face. Yeah, let's hear it.
I got home after a long day here and I noticed that the truck didn't have, it's got a big blind spot. It's a big truck, a lot of flowers.
Big blind spot.
Whole thing's a blind spot. Very dangerous. So me caring so much about everyone on the road and our family, I got little mirrors to fix that problem.
Now, when you talk about the blind spot, are you talking about the fact that, like, have you driven this truck one time? One time. You drove it one time.
I don't know stick. I remember you mentioning you were gonna teach me like 2 years ago.
When you went to college, did the college come to you and say, hey, like, we'd like you to enroll in this class? Or did you say to the college, hey, I'd like to enroll in this class? You don't remember? You don't remember whether they came to you or you went to them?
All I think about are flowers.
Well, it's important that we've moved on from all this. Do not thin if using a rolling brush. However, if you're using a sprayer and thinning is required, then thin with water. So don't even use paint thinner. Okay. Okay. Well, I think I should thin it. I could try not thinning it. We should definitely do this outside. I'm still in question as to whether or not I should be thinning out this paint. I kind of think I should. No, I'm gonna thin it. I'm gonna thin it. So I'm gonna put a bit of paint in here, thin it out with a little bit of water as instructed by the paint. And then this gun, which is powered by power, it has like a pump, like an air fan pump on the back of it. Let's hope that it's more successful than the last. I had this mixed up today, so it's in good shape. All right, moment of truth. I think that's gonna be pretty good. Pretty good. All right there, well, we have a portion of the top of this van painted green. I'll probably do another coat. Got to do at least 2 coats. The flowers are beckoning, so that might be me for the day. Next time you guys come back, I imagine I'll have the rest of the top of the van painted, maybe even mounted. We'll see. Until next time.